So it was bound to happen. I got called out for the 3x3 challenge. Welcome back and thanks for joining me. I appreciate you being here. So the 3x3 challenge is where you tell 3 things about yourself that people wouldn't know, and then you nominate 3 other people to do the same thing. Now it's one of those things that you kind of dread that it's going to happen, but you'd kind of feel left out if it didn't. So I'm happy and nervous all at the same time. So I gave a lot of thought to the 3 things that people don't know about me. And I kind of ruled out the things that would get me arrested. I don't know what the statute of limitations are on some things. I just don't know. I ruled out everything that would implicate others. And I ruled out the stuff that would get me demonetized. Not that I'm monetized now, but someday I don't want to be demonetized before I even get there. So I started thinking about other stuff. Well, number 1, I smoked for over 20 years. I started scoffing cigarette butts off my mother when I was about 7. Now, obviously that's not a pack a day, but it was the start. It was my gateway drug. And I never really stopped until my daughter was going to be born 27 years ago. And my wife and I decided we're not going to smoke around the child. So we both quit smoking, and I decided that day that I'm no longer a smoker. It's just not part of who I am. And it kind of became unnatural for me to smoke. Now I got to tell you, 27 years later, I still get moments where I think, man, a cigarette would be really good right now. But I was out in the Bay Area with a buddy of mine, and he smoked, and I got one of those moments, and I'm like, hey, let me bum a cigarette. And he did, and I was 2 or 3 drags into it and decided, no, I'm really not a smoker anymore. I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. Don't like the taste of it. I'm not comfortable doing it. It's just so forced. So I haven't had a cigarette since. About as close as I come is standing downwind from the smokers. Not enough to get cancer from secondhand smoke, just enough to get a little bit of the scent, a little bit of probably what it was meant to smell like. Just a little bit of that. It's like, oh yeah, that's not bad, that's not bad. Cigars are kind of the same thing. I'm not a cigar smoker either. Speaking of things I don't really like alcohol much. I don't like the taste of almost any of it. Doesn't mean I haven't drank my share. I liked Southern Comfort a lot when I was an older teenager, until I had enough of that. And now the smell of Southern Comfort just kind of turns my stomach. I think there's a lot of people in that boat, because I hear that story a lot. Yeah, me too. I can't stand the smell of it. I drank so much of it, got sick. It's kind of like Mad Dog 2020 when we all were playing with that. And after that, it's like, nope, had enough of that. Don't want to get near it. Had enough. Whiskey, bourbon, vodka. I don't really like the taste of any of them. Now tequila, I kind of like the taste of it. Just a little bit on your tongue. I like the taste of it, but it's too much in an actual drink. I like kind of that wood taste, Rum, for the most part, not so much. I do like Parrot Bay coconut rum, the 90 proof, not the 45. That's too syrupy and sweet and nasty. But the 90 proof, you got to show a lot of moderation, but I like the taste. It's a nice balance between, the alcohol taste and the rum and the coconut. It's just Tennessee Fire. I like that a lot. I don't like any of the other Jack Daniel's products, but I like Tennessee Fire because of the cinnamon. And it's got just a little undertaste of the whiskey to it, which I don't, again, just like the tequila, I don't mind a little bit of the taste, but I just don't like it strong. Tried Fireball. I think that's too sweet. Yeah, not enough whiskey taste. I've tried the Jim Beam equivalent, and I think it's too much whiskey taste. I don't like that much because it tastes too much like whiskey. So I'm not a bourbon drinker, not a whiskey drinker, not much of a rum drinker. I do like coconut. In general, I just really don't like the taste of alcohol. I think that makes me a terrible biker, but it's what it is. I will say I'm a super cheap date because I get drunk just talking about it. I have no tolerance, but that works out okay because I don't really drink. So let's see, what else can we talk about? We've already covered alcohol and cigarettes. Women. Let's talk about women. My first kiss on the lips, okay, this is a stretch for women, but my first kiss on the lips, I was in first grade, Colleen Nichols, upstate New York, someplace. The way I remember this happening is we were in her basement just playing, you know, I mean, innocently enough. Kind of had that little crush going on. And somehow I talked her into standing on the other side of the room, and I stood on one side of the room, and we kind of came towards each other. At some point we closed our eyes. There was a collision, kind of a somewhat hazardous peck on the lips, and then a lot of sheepish grinning after that. I don't think we ever did it twice. And honestly, I don't really remember much of anything about Colleen after that. I have carried on this very close relationship with awkwardness my entire life. So we've remained close. That's because I'm a ladies' man. That's right. I'm a lover, not a fighter. So, Colleen, if you're out there, you missed out on this. Yeah. Stop laughing. Okay, stop laughing. So those are my 3 things. Those are the 3 things that I came up with that I could talk about that wouldn't get me demonetized, arrested, beat up, divorced, etc. I mean, if you want to find more stuff, go watch the videos. I spill my guts. I tell stories. And you know, you put this together with that, it kind of explains a lot. It kind of builds a picture. So let's see, who can I nominate? I think I'm going to go with Sam from As I Ride because, well, this kind of seems like the thing he needs to put out. Let's hear those salacious details. And I'm going to call out Amanda from As the Magpie Flies because. And I have to say, I've been suppressing the urge to make a lot of broken bone comments, but I figure it's too soon and I really do want you to get well soon. So, Tag, you're it. And the other one, Govna 947. I think he'll be a good one. Quite honestly, I'm picking him because I like to see his videos and I dig where he rides, so selfish reasons. But I think this will be a good one for him too. I don't even know your actual name. Unless it's Govna, then my bad. So those are my 3 picks. Go forth and vlog. I know this is kind of weird for a Talking Tuesday, but as it is, it's really super late and I'm going to be up late editing. But I wanted to get it out. I made it, otherwise you wouldn't be watching it. And you're watching it, so I made it, you made it. It's all good. I've got a lot of stuff coming up. I've been super busy. I've got a lot of stuff on the plate. I had the bike in over the weekend to get service before the ride up to Cleveland. Whew, man, my plate's just been packed full. And I've been digging it, actually. It's been a lot of fun. So thank you again for spending your time here. I appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Bye.